Hello everyone, I welcome you all to EduTap. So today I welcome you to this GA series in which we are going to cover March. We are starting with your March month current affairs, and in this particular lecture we are going to cover March 1st to 5th. And let me tell you that this GA series is important if you are preparing for exams like RBI Grade B, NABARD Grade A, SEBI Grade A of 2019, and also it is going to be helpful in the preparation for the assistant exam of RBI and NABARD both. Okay, so telling you about our previous results, you can see here that in 2017, RBI Grade B and NABARD Grade A, we had brilliant selections. 27 of our students got selected in RBI, and this year, 70 plus of our students have got selected in the final list. So, similarly, NABARD Grade A of 2017, 11 selections were there, and this year, 2018, 26 selections. Okay, and also regarding this SEBI Grade A, I will tell you that for the exam of 2018, 150 plus of our students, they have gone through the interview phase. So that is it about our result. Now telling you about our courses, you can choose from any of these individual courses as per your requirement. If you are preparing for RBI, you can go for RBI Grade B. Similarly, SEBI, NABARD, RBI Assistant and IBPS AFO also we are offering. Now let me tell you that if you are preparing for the two exams or more than two exams simultaneously, then you can go for the combo courses. RBI NABARD SEBI combo we have RBI NABARD combo, SEBI RBI combo, and also the NABARD and SEBI Grade A combo. So you can choose from any of these combos as per your requirement. Okay, so here is the good news for you guys. We have come up with a new course called as QRE. So that is Quantitative Reasoning and English. So this course is going to be helpful for all the banking examinations. So this is a good news for you guys. Quantitative Reasoning and English course also we have now. Okay, so now coming back to your lecture of the day, let us start with your GA section news, March 1st to 5th. So let us just see. So first news says HRD, that is your Human Resource Development Ministry, has launched this scheme called as STARS scheme. So I will tell you, the scheme STARS was launched on National Science Day. So first of all, you have to take out from this news that 20th Feb is celebrated as National Science Day in India. So this is first of all important, and secondly, on the same day, Union HRD Minister had launched the STARS scheme. So STARS basically stands for Scheme for Translational and Advanced Research in Science. So basically, researches in science, the science projects is being pushed. A fund of rupees 250 crore has been set up for this scheme, and you have to know that project is to be coordinated by IISc Bangalore. So this is about your STARS scheme, and let me tell you about the Science Day as well. So you can see here in the picture, Sir C.V. Raman. So National Science Day is celebrated in India in the memory of C.V. Raman. So Raman effect is very famous. You must know about it. It is a part of your basic physics. It can be asked in the exam also. So C.V. Raman was the one who came out with this Raman effect. So it is actually relating to the scattering of light, and he was a very renowned physicist. On his memory, this particular National Science Day is celebrated. So keep in mind about the STARS scheme, the ministry, and this anyways you guys are going to remember about Science Day. Okay, another award is here. A Prime Minister has conferred Shanti Swarup Bhatnagar prize. See, this prize, it has been conferred upon to more than 30 persons in different fields. So it is not possible for us to remember the names of all the 30 persons. So for us, it is important to know what is this prize all about. So Shanti Swarup Bhatnagar prize is again in the name of our scientist, Shanti Swarup Bhatnagar, SS Bhatnagar he is famously called as. So he was the founder director of the CSIR, that is Council of Scientific and Industrial Research. So CSIR is the body which gives this award annually in the field of science and technology, and this year in 2019 for the awards have been announced for past 3 years. So keep this in mind, and we are done with this news then. Okay, so Mainamati Maitree exercise. Okay, so let us see what is this, what do we have to cover in this particular news. So India and Bangladesh have concluded this bilateral exercise called as Mainamati Maitree exercise. So this was conducted as a part of the confidence building measure between the two nations. So basically it is like two countries try to develop confidence on each other so that in the times of crisis and otherwise also they can depend on each other. So main objective was to conduct the anti-smuggling and anti-criminal activity. Obviously the Indian Ocean is considered the part of Indian Ocean between the area is considered as prone to smuggling and criminal activities. So that is why this exercise was conducted, and basically the aim was to achieve better operational efficiency between the two nations. So India and Bangladesh, first of all, keep in mind Mainamati Maitree exercise. Another very important news which I have mentioned here in the same slide is that India and Bangladesh have also conducted their joint military exercise recently, which is called as Sampriti 2019. Actually, this Sampriti is still going on. It is a 13-day long exercise which started on 2nd March and is going to take place till 15th March. So keep in mind that Sampriti 2019 is again between Bangladesh and India, and it is now being conducted in Bangladesh. So Tangail in Bangladesh is the place where this exercise is taking place. Okay, so 8th edition is also important for you to keep in mind. So that is about India, Bangladesh. And okay, so this is again a very important news. Reserve Bank of India has constituted a task force for offshore rupee markets. So for us it is important to know who is going to head this task force. Usha Thorat, she is the former deputy governor of RBI, and Usha Thorat is going to examine the issues which are related to offshore rupee market. Apart from that also, what is important for us to know is that the same task force is going to examine the International Financial Services Center's role. So IFSCs, do you know where is the first IFSC of India located? It is in Gandhinagar. We have covered it earlier. So GIFT City, as it is called as, Gujarat Infrastructure Finance Tech City, is the first IFSC of India. And what the role can this play, particularly in the domestic market economy, it is going to examine. And Usha Thorat is important, and offshore rupee market IFSCs are also important. Okay, so Cabinet has approved rupees 1450 crore, that is 1450 crore for the share capital of RBI in National Housing Bank. So again, this news is important. Cabinet has approved the payment of the share capital of around rupees 1500 crore in National Housing Bank to RBI. So see, apart from this, we have to know the importance of NHB also. So principal agency to promote the housing finance in India, NHB is there, and this particular subscribed share capital transfer is going to be helpful for NHB and in the long term for RBI also. So keep this in mind. I would recommend you guys to keep this particular amount also in mind. Okay, it is near 1500 crore, rupees 1450 crores. Okay, so next news is EASE Reform Index. So this EASE actually stands for Enhanced Access and Service Excellence Reform Index. So this index has just been released. It was prepared by Indian Banking Association in collaboration with Boston Consulting Group. So they have come up with this EASE index, and for you it is important to know that PNB has topped this list. See, PNB was seen as, due to its NPAs, it was under the strict vigilance of RBI, and now with its improvements, PNB has topped this list of the best performing public sector banks, which is followed by Bank of Baroda, and at third stands State Bank of India. So top 4 banks are given here: PNB, Bank of Baroda, SBI and OBC, that is Oriental Bank of Commerce. So you have to know who releases this EASE Reform Index. Apart from that, the banks which are in the top list, that is also important for you. So yes, we are done with this news also. Okay, so the chairman of NCBC has finally been appointed. So BJP leader Bhagwan Sahni has been appointed as the chairman of NCBC. See, NCBC was in news because just last year it was given the status of a constitutional body. So that is why it was in news. Earlier it was not a constitutional body, now it is. So it has more powers as compared to earlier it had, and Bhagwan Sahni is the chairman of this NCBC. Okay, this is an important announcement by Prime Minister which we have covered here. April 2019 to 2020 year is going to be celebrated as the construction technology year. See, Prime Minister has made this announcement that this particular year is going to be celebrated. He was on this Expo cum conference related to construction technologies in New Delhi, wherein he made this announcement. And you can read about this conference here, that it provides a platform for the innovative and globally established technology so that they can be used in the Indian context. Now see, housing for all is going on. So by 2022, the government's aim is to provide housing to all the Indians. So in that context, particularly the construction technology which are cheaper and they are also sustainable, they are very much important. So if this particular year is going to be celebrated as the construction technology year, so you can see the focus on the technology for the construction is being given. Also, there is this app which was launched by Prime Minister in the same conference called as the Global Housing Tech Challenge app. Are you guys able to recall we had covered this Global Housing Tech Challenge also when it was launched? So related to that only, this app has been launched, and keep in mind this year, this is very important, 2019 to 2020. Okay, again this is a very important announcement. Center for Disability Sports is going to be set up in Madhya Pradesh. So a 2-year time for the project has been given starting from 2019. So by 2021 it is expected that the Center for Disability Sports is going to be set up in Gwalior. So keep this in mind, and also you can read about this Right of Persons with Disabilities Act here. So section 30 requires that government has to take measures which are important and they ensure the participations of persons with disabilities in the sports activities. So to fulfill these all mandates of the government has come up with this announcement. So yes, that is it. Okay, so DRDO Chief Satheesh Reddy has been conferred with the award Missile Systems. So this is a very important award, Missile Systems, which has been conferred upon by the American Institute of Aeronautics and Astronautics. So this American Institute has conferred DRDO Chief Satheesh Reddy with this award and they have recognized his leadership role in the Indian missile programs. So we have covered your missile systems yesterday. In your previous video we had discussed about your missile system which are being developed and the present one also. So you can see the picture here. Satheesh Reddy is here, and he's also going to share this prize with Rondell J. Wilson. So for us, Satheesh Reddy is important. This American Institute being the world's largest aerospace institute and society, so this recognition is very important. So that means Indian missile programs are actually doing well at the global level also. Okay, so World Wildlife Day. So March 3rd was celebrated as World Wildlife Day. The theme for this year was Life Below Water for People and Planet. See, this is the theme. Keep this in mind. I will tell you, it will be easy for you to keep in mind if you are able to relate it to your sustainable development goals. So as you know, we have 17 sustainable development goals which are to be achieved by the year 2030. So on those 17 goals, SDG 14 is actually related to your life below water. So that was taken as a theme for this year's World Wildlife Day. And also you can read about the importance of this day. Actually in 2013, UNGA had adopted CITES, the Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species. So to mark that particular day, this World Wildlife Day is celebrated all over the world. So this is it is under the aegis of United Nations. So keep this in mind. Okay, another very important news is here. Prime Minister has launched National Common Mobility Card. So you can see in the picture here, this is the image of the National Common Mobility Card. So after one nation, one tax, Prime Minister has come up with one nation, one card. So this basically means that a person who has this card will be able to make multiple kinds of payments through the single card. So that means if you have to pay the transport charges, if you are using the toll tax, metro services, or even if you need to withdraw the money, that is kind of your debit card, this card is going to be used. See, this is very important for you, that it has actually been launched by Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. This ministry becomes very important for you, and Mahua has developed this card, and One Nation One Card has been launched in association with State Bank of India. So these names are very important for you. Initially, these cards are going to be issued as the debit and credit cards. It will also be a kind of prepaid cards. If you guys use the metro, you must know about the prepaid card, wherein you can pay for your transportation through your metro card. So this card is also going to be used for that purpose now. So NCMC, very important card. Keep this in mind. Okay, ISRO in news again. ISRO has launched the program for young scientists. See, a young scientist program has been launched by ISRO. Now, for you, it is important to know that ISRO is going to train the students for the space technology and their applications. But for you, it is very important that the students are going to be selected from class 9. So that means students who have completed their class 8, they are currently in class 9, would be selected. 100 students initially would be selected, and they would be trained, and entire expenses are going to be borne by ISRO. So that is a very interesting initiative which has been taken by ISRO. Okay. So this is about your final news. RBI has imposed a fine of ₹8 crore on 3 banks. Now this fine has come up for the non-compliance in the SWIFT operation. See, SWIFT is actually a global messaging software. It is used for the transaction at the global level. International transactions, this SWIFT is used, and 3 banks did not comply. Actually, this news tells us that RBI is following the strict measures, and for the banks, as we had covered the PCA framework also, wherein RBI had decided to take some banks out of PCA due to their compliance. So on the other hand, you can see here, if banks are not complying the example is SWIFT operations here, then they would be penalized also. So that is the role of the central bank which RBI is playing. So keep this in mind about the SWIFT, and 3 banks also you can just read here: Karnataka Bank, United Bank of India, and Karur Vysya Bank. Okay. So we have covered your news from GA section from the past 5 days of March. Now let us try to solve your MCQs also. I will tell you that these MCQs are derived from the same news which we have just covered. So just try to solve these MCQs on your own. Okay, question 1 is, recently STARS scheme was launched on National Science Day. Which of the following has launched this scheme? So it is in the question itself it is given that STAR scheme was launched on National Science Day. So what was the day on which this day is celebrated? Is it February 28th or is it March 1st? Do let me know. Please mention below. Okay. Anyways, apart from that, the question is, which of the following has launched this scheme? So is it MSDE, that is your Ministry of Skill Development, MHRD, MSME, CSIR, or Niti Aayog? So these are all acronyms. You have to know about them. CSIR we have today covered. Then MHRD, you know, the Human Resource Development Ministry, and Micro, Small, Medium Enterprises Ministry, the option C says. So our answer here is option B. MHRD has come up with the STARS scheme. Question 2. Shanti Swarup Bhatnagar Prize is related to which of the following fields? So this is related to the field of science and technology. So the probable answer would be option C. Okay, Ease Reform Index has been topped by which of the following banks? So you have to know who releases this index. Apart from that, the question is asking you about the bank which has topped this index. Is it SBI, Vijaya Bank, Bank of Baroda, Bank of PNB, or Bank of Maharashtra? And our answer to the question is option C, PNB, that is Punjab National Bank. Okay, so World Wildlife Day is celebrated on which of the following days? And our answer to the question is March 3rd, the day on which CITES was adopted by UNGA. Okay, question 5th, final question from this lecture. Which year is going to be celebrated as the construction technology year? This is important. You have to identify the year related to your construction technology. So your answer is option D, 2019 to 2020. It was as announced by Prime Minister Modi. Okay, so here are your solutions to the questions we have just discussed. So yes, that is it from today's lecture. In case you guys have any query, you can call us or even WhatsApp us at the number given here, 8146207241. And you can always drop us a mail at hello@edutab.co.in, and I would recommend you guys to visit our website also, www.edutab.co.in. So thank you guys. Thanks for watching this video. Keep learning. I wish you all a very happy learning from the team EduTab, and see you in the next video.